Hey, welcome back, guys. Been cleaning up the one stall workshop here today, taking care of a bunch of things that just kind of maintenance items. But I did want to bring you guys up to date on this bandsaw that I picked up over the holidays. Over Christmas, I happened to see a heck of a deal, a year-end sale that Grizzly was having on their bandsaws. Now, I was originally looking to upgrade from my little 14-inch bandsaw to something with a little more resaw height and a little more throat capacity this way. I happened to see on Grizzly's website where they were selling this bandsaw for the same price as a comparable 17-inch. It was just a year-end thing they were doing to try to promote some business, and so I took advantage of that, and I'm sure I saved $300 or better on that. So let me tell you about this bandsaw. First of all, this is the G0514X2B. What that is, what all that means, I don't know. But what I can tell you is, it is a 3 horsepower, 240 volt. It has a little over 12 inches of resaw capacity, and it has 19 inches of throat. And one other key feature with this, the safety feature, is it has a motor brake. And what that means is when you shut the motor off, it stops the blade from rotating within 3 seconds, which is a nice safety feature, because a lot of bandsaws, like my 14, will just keep winding down until it just slows down on its own. And that could be 15-20 seconds. Plenty enough time for you to go to grab something and stick your hands in there. So that's a great safety feature. I was actually looking for the foot pedal brake, but they were offering this for the same price as the foot pedal brake and in the 17-inch model. So some of the other features with this is that it has the, oops, my magnet. This has cast iron wheels on it. And what that means is that you can put a lot of stress on this, especially when you get into your bigger resaw blades. I have a 1-inch resaw blade, and that requires 20,000 psi of tension on the blade, and these cast iron wheels are made to take that. While we're inside here, we have great adjustments. We have an adjustment indicator in here, which shows you your saw tension. This is how you adjust that. You turn it up, in or out, and that raises and lowers the blade and increases tension. On the back, I'll show you that in a minute, there's a tension arm which you pull down to set tension, and you raise it up in order to release tension from it, which is a great way to save on your blades. Tension arm set. Tension arm released. There's a nice access window here so you can see your tension adjustment without having to actually open the cabinet. And there's also another window here so you can see your blade alignment as it's turning. There's a knob on the back here which allows you to adjust the pitch of the wheel so that you can help true that up, that blade alignment, and also keep it coplanar with the lower wheel assembly. It comes with actually a relatively decent miter fence, about the same quality as what came on my table saw. The blade guard here, there's a knob on the back that you can release that, and it runs on a rack and pinion, so you can raise that up or lower it just for the height of the wood that you're working with. and that's a pretty nice feature. The resaw fence, this actually came with the saw as the deal, and I was very impressed with that. I wanted a resaw fence, a nice vertical surface to reference off from as you're cutting, and that came with it. This is a cast iron T-style fence assembly, and I have it set at the lower setting because I was using it earlier today, but to set it up for resawing is as simple as, and you're all set to go, and you've got a nice reference surface, and that's my motion detector going off. That lights it goes off when I walk in the garage and turns the lights on for me, so, and it beeps. This is a solid piece of this fence bar. The guide that the fence rides on is solid steel. It's got a chrome finish and an indicator, a measurement indicator, both inches and in metric. The finish on this table is really, really good. That's all I can say. It's a highly ground surface. I've already got it scratched up, comparable to my table saw, and it's very nice. Let me plug this in. We'll turn it on. Now I'll turn it on. Return this knob over here, and that releases the button and it arms the motor, and it's quite quiet. Let me check to make sure I have my tension arm set, and I do. Let's turn it on. And what you're hearing is just a little bit of the wheel here needs, now that's it. That's as loud as it gets. And you'll listen for the blade to stop, and it stops. It has two dust collection ports, if you remember to turn your dust collection on. And there's one dust port down at the lower wheel assembly on the bottom of the wheel there. I've used it quite a bit. I've done some resawing with it. I'll show you a little video of that. This sign I think I told you about before. I've got a little magnetic block where I keep my wrenches that I use often here. Whenever I put a different blade, I got to loosen up the guides. This does have really nice guides on it. We'll take a look at those. And these are the same with the lower guides and that, and it's got a thrust bearing on the back, which is typical. And this unit also has the cast iron trunnion assembly as well. It's just a nice unit. And the set tension arm, whenever I'm done using the saw and I release the tension arm, turn it off, I unplug it, and I set this over the on-off switch just to remind myself not to try to turn the saw on without setting the tension arm. And the table has a tilt adjustment, which is also rack and pinion, and that works very well. So that's it. Blade changes are really easy. For me, I'm sort of a clumsy and I'm in a confined space, So I usually roll this out away from, I have an outfeed table right next to it for my table saw. So I need to maneuver it out, but I'll pop the insert out, pull the pin out of the end, open this up, release tension on the blade, and it's ready to come out. Usually less than 5 minutes, and if I did it a lot, I'm sure it would take a lot less than that. And I ordered it with the Shop Fox mobility unit, which all you guys with small workshops know it's an absolute must when you're in cramped places and you need to move things around. So there you have it, guys, the G0514X2B Grizzly 19-inch 3 horsepower with a motor brake bandsaw. Thanks for watching.